Gothic girl here with another twisting story, and I've given the character that I'm talking about the name Harley. Okay? So, Harley decides that she's going to drop everything. Her family, everybody that, did not want her to be with this guy or anything like that, didn't want her to hang out with this guy. She was just going to drop everybody and move in with her new friend that she only knew for maybe a month or two. And she moved in with her, and everything was fine, but she was going to party, she was going to have the time of her life, and all of that, she thought. Well, little did she know that this was going to be the straw that broke the camel's back of when she turned completely heartless. Okay. So, this girl became her best friend. And they lived together, they became roommates, and they helped each other out, and all of that. And, the guy that Harley was interested in, she didn't think her best friend would be interested in him too. So she didn't know that they had hooked up before she had moved in. And I don't know when she found out. I think it was a month later that she found out that had happened, because Harley's roommate's boyfriend told her that they had hooked up, and Harley didn't believe her. Or believe him, excuse me. Harley didn't believe that her best friend would betray her like that. She knew the guy would, for sure. Like, he was like that. But she didn't think that her best friend would do that. Because, they did everything together. And, so she called her best friend, because Harley was watching her child. And, asked her if she had done what her boyfriend had accused her of, and she denied it. And then I think she said, "I'm sorry," or something like that. Harley just blacked out. It was like everything just stood still, and all she did was she got off the phone and she texted the guy and said never to talk to her again and all of that. And, just something horrible like that. And she went to the bathroom and she screamed and she cried and she cried, and she didn't understand how someone could betray her like this, but she had already betrayed her best friend in high school. So honestly, if anybody is listening, you reap what you sow. Karma will always come back to get you. But after this happened, the guy decided he didn't want the best friend. Or, I don't know, they had a mutual agreement of it was just a hookup thing, and he had feelings for Harley and all of that. But Harley didn't have any feelings anymore. Harley couldn't be with anybody. Harley was broken. And she stayed that way for a long time. I mean, she would beg for the guy to want her and to be with her, but it was only to show him how quickly she could be so heartless to him. Because she decided she met somebody else, and she had typed up this long message saying, "Oh, I love you so much, can't be with nobody else, blah, blah, blah." Just this, cute little book of a message. And it was just a trap. Really, that's all it was. She was just trying to trap him to get her to feel, or get him to feel guilty of what he did to her. And then, so Harley decides, oh, I'm gonna go meet with somebody. And she did, and she ended up hooking up with some guy that caused a lot of trauma in her life. And she didn't like him at all. Like, there was no physical attraction, no nothing. She just, he kind of wrecked her family, so that's why she did what she did. And little did she know that the guy that she was trying to play or was interested in, that, slept with her best friend, he had a change of heart or something. And so she thought that they were extremely open with who they were having sex with. So she invited him to a party that she had slept with the guy that she invited him to his party. Invited the guy that slept with her friend to the party, and she was gonna pick him up and all of that. And Harley finally tells him, like, hey, we're going to this party, and she slept with that guy that's hosting it. And oh my gosh, this guy was so mad, and he was just, it was awful. But she started craving the toxicity, because, like, she knew his buttons. Like, you're my tree. No one's going to pee on you. Like, ownership type of thing. And Harley didn't like that. I mean, she loved that she was wanted at the time, supposedly. And, that's all she cared about. Is toxicity, because, like, she knew how his mind would work, and she'd play her little games. She never wanted to be with him again, not really, but she wouldn't stop playing games. She didn't stop playing games. And there's another story to that. But as she, hooked up with the guy that she was supposed to go to the party, or, go join the party with, the host of the party, she never talked to him again. She blocked him, and she walked out the door and did her, like, they never talked again. So it's kind of hard to live with that when a person does that, to somebody. It's like, oh, well, they hurt me, so I'm gonna hurt them. The moral of the story is heal, please. Do not try to be toxic. Do not try to get anybody back. Please heal.